Okay, so this afternoon, I am just going to share with you on this video just a recent testimony that just happened to me and my family. So what happened was yesterday, and it involves bees. That's why we're in the bee yard today. So what happened was yesterday, I believe it was, we were checking the two end hives. That are they are our two smaller hives. And the farther one, the number one, which is farther, their queen hatched. She made it back from her mating flight, so she's doing good. But we're just still checking them, making sure they still had plenty of resources and are still doing good, and they are. So then number 10 hive, which is this one right next to me now, it was really the weakest, smallest hive that we had. This was yesterday. And they had tried to raise a queen 2 different times. She never made it back from her mating flight. We had kind of unfavorable weather there for a while for bees to fly, successfully. And so they never made it back 2 different times, never made it back. So then we felt bad for them. If you listen to another video I have when we found that out, on one of our number 7 hive, that queen, they didn't like in that hive. We didn't know if they were going to swarm or they were going to supersede her, and they didn't like her because we found 8 capped queen cells in there. And so that day that we found that, we were like, okay, well, we have to get that queen out of there, because either they're going to kill her or they're going to swarm, which we didn't necessarily want either to happen. We didn't know at the time. So we are like, well, great idea. Let's move that queen to number 10 hive, give them a queen, and then they'll be happy. Well, that's what we thought. God had better plans for us. So, still though, this was a small hive. It didn't have many at all. So, what happened then? So yesterday we were like, okay, it had been a week since we had introduced that other queen. We put newspaper in between the boxes so they wouldn't fight and they would get used to each other. So then they wouldn't kill her and things like that, or kill each other. So it had been a week, so yesterday we got into this hive to see what we could see. We would need to find eggs, we would need to find the queen, make sure that they were all happy together. So we opened it up, and we didn't really see much of anything that was really good. We never found the queen. We didn't really find eggs. I don't think we saw a few eggs. I think there was 1 frame of eggs, 1 frame. Which is, that's 2 boxes. That's not a lot of eggs. And so we're like, okay, something is not right here. And we actually did see another capped queen cell as well. So they were trying to raise another queen already, and they just had this queen. So that told us that they were definitely, and it was a supersedure cell because it was on the top of the frame. So this tells us again now, 2 hives does not like this queen, right? They're going to get rid of her, just like the number 7 hive was going to as well. So, but the difference was this time we actually could never find the queen. So we think they had already got rid of her. So, like I said, that capped queen cell, they were ready, they knew, so they got rid of her, and they're like, this one is going to hatch and we're going to go on our business. But of course, we as beekeepers, we're trying to help them along. This is getting close to fall. This is the middle of August. And so we knew that they didn't really quite have enough time to raise another queen, try that on their own again, and let her, do her mating flight and come back. That was probably not going to be successful. So we're like, okay, guess what? We're just going to buy them a queen. We're going to requeen them. We're going to buy them one. Monday, which would have been tomorrow, we will go and we will spend the money, which we don't necessarily like to do because we have been very successful this year raising our own queens. We've did 7 of them, I think. 7 queens. They did raise themselves, and they did make it back successfully. So we're not really wanting to buy a queen, but for this poor hive, we were really feeling bad for them, and they needed a queen, right? So that's what was our decision, right? Okay, Monday, we're going to go buy the queen. Then, something amazing happened, and this is where the testimony starts. So then, my husband was out mowing the pasture where the cows are in the back, and our neighbor called and said, you guys, not by the bees. Okay, and so the neighbor called and said, just got a call of a swarm of bees down the road, and they want me to go get it. And so, would you guys like them, right? Because he didn't have a good place to put them in order for them to make it through the winter. You know, and they would have to be combined with another hive at this point because this is the, you know, middle of August. And I was like, oh my goodness, you're kidding me, right? So like, yes, we would love it. If he doesn't want it, we would love it. Very grateful, very thankful for this. So I was like, okay, you know, do you need help getting it? And he's like, no, I'll get it and then I'll bring it to you guys. So then later on, he did accidentally need my husband's help. So he called him, and then my husband, after he was done cutting, he went and he helped him. And then together they got these bees for us. And then actually it had to be this morning that they actually brought him home. But what happened, so he brought him home, right? So this morning then, once I woke up and I came outside and he was with the bees, and I said, so how'd it go? And they brought him home, and it was the queen with them, plus, and I'm not joking you, tons, 2 boxes worth full of bees. I mean, this is amazing. As you can tell, look at this. I mean, this is amazing, right? This hive had, like, if you look at our other videos of was like a pathetic hive. It barely had any. Hey, actually our pigs are out, so hold on one second. Okay, so we're back. Sorry, a couple of the baby pigs got out, but we got them wound up and put them back in there. Okay, so anyways, back to these bees. So 2 boxes worth, my husband says approximately 10 pounds of bees with this queen we brought home, which is absolutely like, that's amazing. How, I mean, God had this planned out, he knew, and that's why that other queen didn't work, and that is why he has his hand in everything that happens that is good. Of course, he is good, he is truth. He is love for his children. So this is amazing now. So this means this hive now will definitely make it through the winter, no question at all. And oh yeah, look. And also, I forgot to tell you, we had to add another box on there already. And they just came here this morning. There's so many bees. So what we did though, so to make this work, right? I mean, you can't just like put them in there and just say, okay. So this bottom box was the original hive, and that was the original bees in there from this hive. So what we had to do was we had to put newspaper again in between, just like we had done previously when we introduced we thought we introduced that queen, right? And so you put newspaper, so then it gives them time to chew through that, and then they get used to each other's scent, and then they will become one happy family, right? And so what we did also though, to be double sure about this queen, normally, not normally, but last time we just had her on one of the frames with her brood. We had given them 5 frames with her brood, and you know, we thought that was okay. But this time, just to be extra sure, because we're so excited about this, and this is so late in the season, and we really want this to work for them, so we put her in a hold on one second, let me go figure out what that's called. Hold on. Okay, I got it. Okay, so a push-in queen cage, and you push it right into the side of the frame, and she's going to be in there. And yeah, so she's in there, right? So she's in there. She can't get out, but the bees can go in and out, right? I'm going to have to be right back because these bees are mad at me. Okay, so she's in a push-in queen cage, and we're gonna release her in 1 week. So check back, and I will show you when we do that. And thank you for watching, and have a great night.